हूँ और मैं मधुबनी जिला से हूँ। मैं 2013 बैच का ऐसे इंडियन रेवेन्यू सर्विस क्वालिफाइड हूँ। और अभी मैं दिल्ली में भारत सरकार के एक बहुत ही महत्वाकांक्षी प्रोग्राम है, भारत सरकार का आयुष्मान भारत प्रधानमंत्री जन आरोग्य योजना, वहाँ पे कार्यरत हूँ। तो वैसे तो बीके प्रसाद सर और अरुण सर ने आप लोगों से बहुत सारे चीज जो इंटरव्यू के बारे में आपको जानना चाहिए वो उन्होंने बताया आपको। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, congratulations to all of you for qualifying and getting opportunity to appear in interview. I'm sure that all of you come out with a flying colors from your interview. I was just thinking that whether I should go ahead with talking about what to do and what not to do, and there was another side that whether I should uh, listen to you, know your apprehensions. Like majority of you have already discussed the apprehensions which you have in your mind, and those were replied. And of course, we are here to further take it forward, and maybe like we would be replying to all your queries in the coming days as well. बट एट द सेम टाइम मैं कुछ चीजें पहले बताना चाहूंगा आपको। आई हैव दो आई वाज क्वालिफाइड यूपीएससी इन माय फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट, I got IRS again. I qualified next attempt, I got IRS, and then I continued my journey for another 2 3 years. So I got an opportunity to appear in UPSC interview for almost 5 times. And yeah, I did good in most of the interviews. And questions were very as you go on, the questions were becoming very unpredictable. And um, अलग अलग तरह के क्वेश्चन आते थे पहली बार. So I would just like to share with you my experience of interview. Probably that would give you some idea that how to go ahead with this. So like in the first interview, since I'm from Madhubani and I was working in that time I was working in Tata Energy Research Institute, and also I did my engineering from Manipal Institute of Technology. So my questions were around. I will just give you a brief idea. Like what are the questions I was asked about, and probably that would give you some understanding that what you can expect from the interview board. And then we can come. Like it started with, if I recall it correctly, it started with Madhubani painting, wherein they asked questions about Madhubani painting, and then like what all, why the Madhubani painting is not doing good, what all can be done for Madhubani painting, the historical origin of Madhubani painting. It went on and went on, and there are like another board also asked me the questions. Then the question went to my association with my job, my first job in Tata Energy Research Institute as a research associate. So that was the question I answered. Like a whole bunch of questions were asked about Terry and my job profile in Terry. And that was my first attempt. I was around 24 years. And why I'm telling you this, all these facts, I will later explain you. मैं क्यों बोल रहा हूँ आपको ये सब सारी चीजें. Then the question came about my electrical engineering. I did my electrical engineering from electrical and electronics engineering. So questions were asked about FM, radio FM, that why the bandwidth of radio FM is so small, and what is the bandwidth of FM and why it is so small. Uh, and then the questions were about what is digital signal processing. So typical one member asked me questions related to electronics engineering, and my optionals were Maithili as the subject, and another optional was public administration. That was the last year of two subjects. So I was asked question from public administration that what is this PP model, and what are the advantages, and all these questions were asked from me. Then yeah, and lastly I was asked questions, but last member about Manipal, about the place I spent 4 years. The questions were like कि आप बताइए कि I will tell you the questions, very interesting questions. They asked me that Manipal कैसे जाते हैं आप? So I told them that either we take take flight from Delhi to Mangalore, and from there we travel by train, or we directly go by train from Patna or Delhi to Manipal. Then they asked me question that in the route from Mangalore to Manipal, many banks have been established. Can you please tell me the names of those banks? These are they basically mean that Mangalore to Manipal region is the hub of national banks. So I could answer three banks like Syndicate Bank, Corporation Bank, and One of them was Vijaya Bank, I guess. Okay, thereafter the member told me that there are other two banks, they told me. And then they asked me the next question. Can you associate these banks with each of the, they told me that each of these banks are associated with a particular community over there. And then I told them that, okay, like I was knowing that Syndicate Bank is associated with Pi Group. The Pies are, like South Indians, Kannadigas, South Indians. And then I was asked again question about that, what about other banks? I told that one of them would be with Sethis, because Mangaluru is, they are Sethis are predominantly living over there. And then they asked me a question that, have you read the autobiography of TMA Pai? TMA Pai is the founder of Manipal Group of Institutions. So luckily it slipped out of my mind that, it's not slipped out of my mind, but I would call it a slip of tongue. I said, yeah, I did. Though मैंने नहीं पढ़ा था. Why did I say that? Because I read a Wikipedia page about him, and I thought that, okay, I will be able to manage. I will be able to, manage these questions. Can you just hold for a minute? I'm getting some, some. I will get back.
अभी अटैक शॉट ही तुम्हारा पैक करने का देख रहे
Sorry, there was an urgent call, so I have to take up that. Extremely sorry for that. So I was, like these questions were asked, and then they asked me that, this TMA Pi has come to Manipal once. Can others mute, please? There is feedback. There is feedback. Can you please? Yeah, okay. So I was asked this question that, TMA Pi has come back to Manipal, went back. What was the reason that he came back once, thought of establishing these institutions, and then went back, and then probably again came back and set up such a big institutions? I used my presence of mind and did answer some of the questions. Yeah. Still, there is a lot of feedback from others. Please mute their mic. कुछ लोग का माइक अभी भी ऑन है, डिस्टर्बेंस हो रहा है, म्यूट कर सकते हैं प्लीज?
पता ही चल रहा है क्या? अरे अभी आएंगे तुम्हारी बिल्डिंग से। अरे यार बहुत गर्मी है यार, नहा के पसीने निकलने लग रहा है। क्या हो रहा है?
वो ब्रेड का क्यों लेके आए?
अरे ऐसे लिया था जरा।
गाइस, देयर इज लॉट्स ऑफ फीडबैक।
बोल रहे थे ना
आप अपना माइक ऑफ कर लें। अनिश, हेलो
Guys, can you mute your mics? There is a lot of feedback. Okay, thank you very much. So, this question was asked to me, and so when I was asked multiple questions related to electronics engineer, though I'm electrical and electronics engineer, I said the board member that, sir, I'm an electrical engineer. I just said I'm an electrical engineer. Then the chairman board probably smelled that I'm not comfortable with being asked questions related to electronics engineering. So when I said that, I'm an electronics engineer, then the chairman sensed that कि मैं comfortable नहीं हूँ. Immediately said that, okay, let me ask you a question. And he asked me a couple of questions. I will tell you which are those questions. Those are very interesting questions. He asked me that, the question first he asked me that, have you been to Bihar in recent times? I said yes, sir. Then he told me that, how do you go to Bihar? I said, sir, I generally take my train to Patna, and from Patna I travel by bus to Madhubani. Then he asked me that, on your what are the differences you are finding in Bihar? So I told him that, okay, so new roads have come up, the development has initiated in Bihar, and all good things about Bihar. Then he told me that, Rohit, tell me one thing. you have been to Mangaluru and you have been to, Madhubani. Can you please tell me that whether Madhubani can ever become like Mangaluru? That was a question. That was, like I would call a point of inflection, in the sense that here it is a complete perspective-based question. Till the time it was my first interview, and I was asked all factual questions. I think majority of the questions were factual. This was a question which was analytical in nature, and I told them that, sir, Mangaluru is a port city, and as you know that you yourself was asking me that how many banks have been established, so you can very well understand that majority of these financial, you can understand that Mangaluru was like a financial hub in the Karnataka. Also, it is a port city, and Mangaluru refinery is there, everything is there. Mangaluru is very developed. Madhubani has its own, like opportunity and challenges. The challenges is that it is flooded very frequently. The socio-economic fabric of Bihar itself is a challenge. Also, that there are few other challenges, but the opportunities are there. Madhubani can rip on the, the huge dividends can be ripped on the aquaculture, the fisheries. There were lots of sugar mills which have stopped working now. The Madhubani painting itself have the potential to become an international. It is already, but like if it becomes a household thing in the Madhubani, then you can imagine about the potential. So I tried to give a positive spin to this question, and try to say that yes, Madhubani has a potential to become much stronger. I tried to avoid a direct comparison between Madhubani and Mangaluru, because if I would have done, definitely Madhubani would take hundreds of years to become Mangaluru. But I tried to balance the question, and I saw a smile on the face of the chairman, and I was sure that I'm going to score very well in the interview, and I did. I really did very good in the interview. The question was, why did I explain this interview to you? The perspective is that it was my first interview. I was very young. I was 24 years old that time, and the interviewers have some sympathy for me. That look, this young guy has come in the first attempt, and so they were like they tried to I would not call a belligerence, but I would say that it was little stupid on my part to say that I'm an electrical engineer, and so the expectation from me was that please do not ask me questions related to electronics. Though of course electronics was minor for me, and I think I scored around 196 in the interview. I could have scored 10 more marks had I not asked this question. I was sure about that. बट आप देखिए इस बताने के पीछे मेरा रीजन है कि इसका डाइवर्सिटी देखिए. इसमें इस क्वेश्चन में, इस इंटरव्यू में उन्होंने फर्स्ट इंटरव्यू में सारे चीजों को टच किया. They have chosen Madhubani, they have touched Manipal, they have touched my engineering subject, they have touched my like optional subject, they have touched my I would say that my general understanding, a comparison. So I was listening to some of the questions being asked from BK Prasad sir. So my dear friends, you have to really, if you are a first attempter, if you are in the early stage of your interview, if be ready for being asked everything about your biodata, and they would ask you everything from everyone, but at the same time जो लोग actually they think that biodata related questions जो होता है ना, वो आपको एक तरह से ना एक launching platform provide करता है, because this is the minimum they would expect from you. This is really the minimum they expect from you. Now let me go to the second interview. I will not talk much about my second interview, but in my second interview, the question started. At that time, I was doing my probation. I was undergoing my probation at National Academy of Direct Taxes, Nagpur. So I was expecting that they would ask me questions related to IRS, Indian Revenue Service, and income tax, and I was a little afraid because I was under probation, and I had a bitter experience of saying that I'm not an electrical engineer, and I didn't want to commit the same mistake saying this time that I've just started a probation. I would not be able to answer your questions related to income tax. So I was literally praying that my interview should not come to income tax. So I prepared some basic things, and at that time, lots of things was going related to income tax. But the interview again started. This time they again asked me something related to Madhubani painting. I think one question was related to Madhubani painting, and they quickly came to one thing that और रोहित ये बताओ कि मैथिली लैंग्वेज इतना स्वीट क्यों होता है? Why this language is so sweet? And you know, I was flabbergasted, in the sense I was happy to answer this question, but I was not really knowing that what is the scientific reason. And Maithili was my subject, optional subject. Now this was the time when there was only one optional. My second attempt was the first year of only one optional. So I have read something, you know, like, so I told I tried to connect with, you know, I used my presence of mind and tried to connect this with the climate. The climate is that as you go from, you know, like, the language is affected by your climate. Language is affected by your history. You know, Mithilanchal region has always been seculated from major conflict, historical conflict, because that was falling on the north of Ganges, and majority of the intruders never tried to cross over, and they generally used to leave it to some mansabdars who used to rule and collect taxes for them and give it to the, you know, even during the times of Mughals and even during the times of British fight, you would be knowing that, you know, that was the region which was generally devoid of any major conflict. So I use my presence of mind, and then climate affects. You know, if there is a cold climate, you open your mouth little lesser, so your voice is generally low volume. If this is a hot climate, then you open your mouth little more, because, you know, like, you need to throw out the hot air and vapor from your mouth. And if it is in the cold region, you need to preserve the heat inside your body, and so that is why you open your. So generally, you would see that, you know, the Arabs while they speak little, they open their mouth wide, and if you see the Europe or the America, you would see that these people do not open their mouth wide, so because they need to preserve their heat. So that was the reason. Okay, so and I gave a answer around this question, and this time majority of the questions were about you know, analytical questions. They were not very theoretical questions. The one interesting question which I was asked by the chairman again, and this was the last question. You asked me in 2000 at the Senate, you know, when the 19th century was, sorry, when the 20th century was on the verge of completion, the Times magazine published a magazine. The magazine contained, you know, the list of 100 influencers of the century, who are the biggest influencers of the 20th century. And the list included Albert Einstein at number 1, and number 2 was Mahatma Gandhi. So he asked me, do you agree with this numbering? Do you agree with this ranking? Now that I was very sure about the expectations that what the board is expecting me to. Board was expecting me that, you know, like, probably I would try to, you know, but the question was very obvious, that the expectations were very obvious from the question. I told him that, sir, I do not agree with this ranking, because Albert Einstein was definitely a great scientist, but the impact he created on humanity was not as widespread as it was in the case of Mahatma Gandhi, for the reason that the concept of truth and non-violence is connected with everyone. It does apply even to a small kid. If you hit him, then he probably would be saying that, you know, you should try to avoid the non-violence. So I said, and, you know, I gave the answer around this concept, and I said that, okay, Mahatma Gandhi should be at number 1, and was happy again. I thought that, okay, I'm going to have a good you know. So I did a good show, and, you know, like, maybe I would get good marks from the interview. And trust me, I got again a very good marks, and it was right. This time it was out of 275, I got 196. Last time it was out of 300. The third interview was a horrible interview for me, because they didn't ask anything other than income tax and such difficult things which I have never imagined. All difficult things, all very, very difficult things. And, you know, like, they started with that if you are a secretary expenditure, and you have to budget, and you want to increase the taxes on cigarette, on the cigar, and, you know, like, how the demand is going to affect. And they slided a piece of paper and a pencil towards me and asked me that, okay, can you do a calculation and show me that, and I was so overwhelmed with my first interview that I should not say that I'm like you remember that electrical engineer, electronics engineer line. I didn't afford to tell him that sir I'm an IRS IT guy. I'm not an not an IRS custom guy, and so I was not taught about this demand elasticity concept. Mine is direct access, and I applied my brain and like said some answers to that. It was a horrible interview in the sense that they asked at the end they asked me the last question I was asked was what is the full form of the sagar mala concept. You can imagine that I was already a bureaucrat, already in service, and the last question was being asked was a factual question to me. So whole interview revolved around the factual question. And I will tell you one more thing. The chairman of the board was the same who interviewed me in my second round, who gave me an excellently good marks. I ended up getting something around 167, 167, something like that. So these were my like marks, and there were another two rounds of interview. I got good marks, and like not good marks. I would say that it was mediocre marks. In the sense I got mediocre in the sense in comparison to my first and second interview, I should have excelled, but it was not the case. But I would say that interview were getting more and more sort of they were more and more they were expecting more and more from me as my interview started, as I was getting senior and I was in service. So some of the basic things about my experience is that it is a game of presence of mind. It is a game of presence of mind. You have to apply yourself. There would be three in my third interview. I was asked 3 to 4 questions which I didn't answer. Which I was the first question itself was that if PAN card is there, why do you need an Aadhaar card? Why do you need an Aadhaar card? The government could have made PAN card itself the universal, and instead of the Aadhaar card. I was like it was a shock for me. I was expecting that uh, before I went to interview, I got an idea that I'm going to Satar Singh sir board. So I was expecting that he will ask me the same set of questions which I asked me in the past, maybe like, and I tried to judge the interview, the chairman board. So when I entered and when asked questions on Aadhaar, I was like literally floored. I was floored, and I think I could never recover from this shock in all my interview. In that interview, in my third interview, when I was coming out of the room, I was literally thinking that how I could sustain this half an hour. Why didn't I मुझे चक्कर क्यों नहीं आ गया, मैं गिर क्यों नहीं गया? I was feeling like that, all difficult questions. And मेरा कहने का मतलब है दो तीन चीज आपको बताना चाहता हूँ. इंटरव्यू में you may try really hard, you may try everything you can, you may like appear in 20 mocks, you may try 500 questions, but there may be a situation that you may not really get even a single question which you have prepared. Okay, the first thing is that. So how to face the interview? This is the first question. The second question is that even those questions which you prepared very well, you may not be able to answer the same way which you thought you would otherwise be, because the situation there would not be same. It won't be same. There may come a situation when you won't be able to answer 3 4 questions in a line, but you have to see that that may just be a beginning of the question, that may just be a beginning of the show. Maybe you would face another 20 questions and you would be able to very comfortably answer that. So whether you would destroy your interview just for the sake that you could not answer 4 initial questions or 5 initial questions, and this phase may come in any part of your interview, at some part of your interview. So whether you would be like you would like your interview to get ruined, and you would not be able to recover from this initial bad patch. The fourth question is that you may see that at times interviewers try to bully you, in the sense that they may see that you are not comfortable answering particular set of questions, but still they would continue pushing you to the wall. And like they may probably try to get or extract. They may be thinking, okay, they would think that you are trying to outsmart them, you are trying to hide your inner intentions, and that is probably they would like you to like uh, they would like to break the glass, and they would like you to come up and शो योर ओरिजिनल फेस। उसके चक्कर में क्या होता है कि वो आपको कभी बहुत ज्यादा आपको फोर्स करने का कोशिश करेंगे एक टॉपिक पे जिसपे प्रोबेबली आप बहुत ज्यादा कंफर्टेबल नहीं हो। वो आपको कंफर्टेबल वो आपको आपसे उगलवाने का कोशिश करेंगे। मे बी इट वुड बी अ कॉम्युनल लाइक इन केस ऑफ बिहार, लाइक डीजीपी सर वाज टेलिंग यू, अरुण सर वाज टेलिंग यू, like there are issues like community caste. Bihar is the only state, I would say only state in the country today that which is still which has not still been able to overcome this caste fictions, and like this is really a sorry state of affairs, but we cannot do. And there may be biases, there may be uh, at times they may be palpable, at times they may be like hidden। palpable तो नहीं होता है मेरे हिसाब से, नहीं होता है, बट कभी कभार हो सकता है। आपको उन सब चीजों के बारे में कोई बॉदर नहीं करना है। यू डोंट हैव टू बॉदर अबाउट एनीथिंग। यू हैव टू जस्ट थिंक दैट यू आर गोइंग फॉर अ शो देयर। और वहां पे दो तीन चीजें बहुत, यू हैव टू बी वेरी हम्बल माय डियर, यू हैव टू बी वेरी हम्बल irrespective of they may touch a point which you are very sensitive about, but you don't have to outburst yourself. And like some of you might would have seen some conflict in your personal life based on caste and community, but even if they touch you over there, please do not outburst. Be very sensible, because when you would be holding a post as an administrator, or as a police officer, or even at any point of time, you may have to take a decision which probably which is based on on your conscience, but at the same time which may not be in line with your learnings, your moral learnings which you have, societal learnings which you have undergone। आपका हो सकता है आपकी थॉट प्रोसेस कभी बायस्ड हो किसी चीज के प्रति, बट जब आप एज एक ऑफिसर होते हैं तो आपको जो निर्णय लेना होता है वो आपको सबके हित में लेना होता है, देश हित में लेना होता है, राज्य हित में लेना होता है। तो आपको कभी भी अपने you don't make sure that you do not please do not show your biases, and forget about showing। I would request you, please overcome those biases if you are really interested to serve the nation। The second thing is that irrespective of, अगर आपको ऐसा हो सकता है कि आपके 15 क्वेश्चन पूछे जाए, 15 में से 10 क्वेश्चन आप आंसर ना दे पाओ, लेकिन अगर 5 क्वेश्चन आपने सही सही आंसर दे दिए तो यू विल हैव अ रोलर कोस्टर राइड। So every question is a new opportunity. Every question is a new opportunity, and you should see it as a new opportunity, and you should answer those questions as a new opportunity। चाहे जो भी हो जाए, आपको उस questions के answers नए opportunity की तरह देना चाहिए। This is my second advice to you। The second is that you have to be very humble in the sense that कि आपको कभी हो सकता है कि आप जो बोल रहे हो सही लगे, लेकिन सामने वाला आपको गलत ठहराने की कोशिश कर रहा है। फिर भी आपको आपको you don't have to be like explosive, you don't have to like so that you are more knowledgeable and that person is lacking knowledge। You never know, that may be a tactics, that may be just be a trap for you, because
Rohit, time, Rohit.
yeah, okay, so I will just sir, I will just wind up in another 5 minutes। and तो आपको किसी ट्रैप में नहीं फंसना है, आपको किसी भी हालत में किसी ट्रैप में नहीं फंसना है। आपको अपना बेस्ट देने का कोशिश करना है। वहां पे आपको फॉर्मनेस भी दिखाना चाहिए। फॉर्मनेस इन द सेंस कि अगर आपको लगता है कि यू आर डेफिनेटली श्योर अबाउट समथिंग, एंड लाइक द बोर्ड चेयर मेंबर इज बोर्ड इज ट्राइंग टू फोर्स यू टू द वॉल, यू शुड से सॉरी सर, आई वाज नॉट अवेयर, आई विल लुक इनटू दिस। आपको ये नहीं बोलना चाहिए कि सर पता है कि आप गलत नहीं है, तो यू शुड से सॉरी सर, आई वाज नॉट अवेयर अबाउट दिस, आई विल लुक इनटू दिस। और लास्ट थिंग, ड्रेस रियली मैटर्स। So dress and personality really matters, no matter whatever someone, but dress and personality really matters। So my dear, आपको बहुत अच्छे से ड्रेस होके जाना है, और जो कपड़े पहन के जाना है, यू मस्ट बी कंफर्टेबल अबाउट दैट। अगर आप टाई पहन के जा रहे हैं, अगर आप सूट पहन के जा रहे हैं, या आप जो कुछ भी पहन के जा रहे हैं, यू हैव टू बी परफेक्टली कंफर्टेबल अबाउट दैट। And that is my last submission for all of you, and I hope that you would have a definitely a great this is a great journey, and you will come out with a very come out with a flying marks and do really great in your interview। Thank you very much, thank you everyone।
Hello all.